Okay, got the next chainsaw. So this is from Jono and Jono. There you go, free plug for Jono and Jono. Pardon me, just having some water. It's not vodka, it's water. I do drink water, believe it or not. So this is the Perla Barb 62cc Pro Chainsaw version 4. PBCS001, whatever that is. Now, so this is version 4. So over the years they've done improvements. So again, I've cut the box open, but I haven't taken anything out. So you get a scabbard, a bar scabbard, which is bent, and the Perla Barb sticker is too long for the slot where the sticker goes. So I might just trim that, otherwise those stickers are going to peel off, or I might just peel the stickers off anyway. Alright, so that's nice. You get a scabbard. You get a tool bag. So I did actually have a look in the tool bag. The zipper's jammed, so I just cut it open. So you get cheap shit file. They're always rubbish, and they're usually bent or something. Cheap shit screwdriver for tuning. Pretty useless. You get a hex key, so no doubt everything's held together with hexes. Another hex key, so there's a couple of hex keys. What else have we got here? You get the dog, which is pretty small, and no doubt the screws, the nuts and bolts for the dog. Let's have a look at them. Yep, it's just 2 cap screws, dog. What else do you get in there? You get mixing bottle. These yeah, they're pretty crap. For your average Joe Schmo who doesn't have anything to mix it in, yeah, it does the job. But yeah, I don't think much of them. What else do you get? You get the chainsaw, or chainsaw head. There's something else in here. Get rid of that. So you get Perla Barb instruction manual, and they recommend 25:1. Yeah, no, and you get Jono and Jono's card, 25:1. Yeah. Look, you know what? If you're using a good oil, such as what I use, which is what's it called, Husqvarna LS Plus. Look, it's fully synthetic oil. It's really high quality. You know, don't mix 25:1. Well, you can mix whatever ratio you want. I really don't care, but I stick to 40:1, and 40:1 works really well. And we'll pull the chainsaw out of the bag. So it does come packaged reasonably well. Nowhere near as well as the Holtzform Pharmatech. So this, now you'll notice that when I pulled the tools out there was no scratch. Alright, I'll explain that. Because the unique feature, well, I don't know about unique, but the nice, I don't even know if it's a good feature, we'll find out, is that the scratch is at the bottom. It's in here. Now, is that a good place to put it? I don't know about that. You know, as long as you're not putting it in the dirt, it's probably a good place to put it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that at all. So, it would appear that, so it's got a serial number etched on there. It would appear to be another Zenova clone. Surprise, surprise. Yep. Let's have a look under the hood. See what we got. We got the cartridge filter. Nice. Always nice to see a cartridge filter, not one of those piece of shit plastic filters. So, yep. That's very positive. nice thing about this Xenol clone is that the brake, I'm going to spill that, the brake has 2 pivot points, not just one like the others do. What else is nice about this? It's dual port muffler. So yeah, plastic recoil cover. The oil cap is easy to get to, or easier to get to. Has there been any oil in this? No, nothing at all. That's fair enough. Yeah, this is a slightly better design. This one, oil cap is a lot easier to get to. The fuel cap. Let's see if they've had this fired up at the factory. And I can smell a little bit of residue. Sort of. I'm not sure. Yeah. If this has had fuel in it, they cleaned it out really, really well. Yeah, I can't tell. I might say that it hasn't had any fuel in it. I thought I could smell residue, but yeah, not really. So it does have a primer bulb. There's nothing in the system. It does have a choke. Okay. Is it the easy start? It would appear to be so. It has that rubbery feel, but I won't be able to tell properly until I'm actually got it on the ground, cranking it over. Yeah, the plastic doesn't feel ridiculously flimsy. Just looking at it, yeah, I'm impressed. I think one thing about these Xenol clones is that it's a bit of a pain in the ass to take the top off. You got to take the filter off. And one thing I don't like about this one is that it is not a captive nut, and there is no gasket to produce a very good seal between, because that's just hard plastic. Oh yeah, that's the cap. Yeah, you really need probably an O-ring or a gasket just to stop the real fines going in. It's got an alloy intake, which is, yeah, okay, I'm impressed. All the others are plastic, so yeah, that's impressive, I have to say. So this will definitely need an O-ring or a rubber gasket to stop the fines from getting in. Yeah, so far I'm impressed. I have no idea what the carby is. It'll be some cheap shit carby, and the spark plug no doubt will be some cheap shit spark plug. Yeah, looks like it. But you never know. You never know. Won't know until I go downstairs and start it. So that's what we'll do. We'll no more mucking around. Oh yeah, the handle is held on by Phillips head screws. So yeah, nothing out of the ordinary there. Now, this is so I got no bar and no chain. Okay. I thought there was a bar and chain with this, so I might just yeah, that's unfortunate. No. Okay, so got myself a bar and a chain. Put it on the right way. So I'm going to have to check the details of the order, because my impression was that I was going to get a bar and a chain, and surprise surprise, there's no bar or chain. So that's a negative against the Perla Barb, or negative against Jono and Jono, and the box has been unopened, so I would assume that that's how it comes, but that's certainly not what the picture is. If the picture is of a saw with a bar and chain on it, then you expect a bar and a chain. But no. Let's see what the chain adjuster's like. Ooh, stiff. Need some grease, I think. Yeah, the chain adjuster's stiff. It looks exactly the same as the other Zenoas. I would assume that there's probably someone making these chain adjusters and then just supplying everybody, more than likely. They do look exactly the same. I'm just going to come back a little bit more. Go down. It's the only problem with these saws that have the chain adjusters in the cover is they're a bit of a pain in the ass. Does that fit? There we go. That fits. So we'll adjust it forward. It's not on. There it is. Now it's on. Just oh, that adjuster is yeah, not the best. Yeah, it's not my favourite design. Sorry about the thing at the top of my head, but just trying to get this set up. Yeah, that's alright. That'll loosen up very quickly as soon as you fire it up. So, my impression so far is that I've been ripped off. But hey, sometimes you learn the hard way. I'll give him a call and I'll ask him and say to him, hey, was I supposed to get a bar and chain with that Perla Barb? Or does that come without it? So, yeah. Probably a bit tight, but it'll do. Alright, so we'll go downstairs and fire it up. Fuel it up, oil it up, fire it up, see how she goes. Okay, so the story is that it is power head only. Am I happy about that? Nah, not really. I didn't spot that when I ordered it. That's unfortunate. That aside, so you're looking at $179, $180, and I also paid $16 delivery, I think it was, or something. Yeah, so you're looking at $180. So is it worth $180? When I compare it to the MTM, it is a bit heavier than the MTM, so there's a bit more meat in it. Yeah, I think it's worth it. The beauty of this saw is that it has dual pivots for the chain brake, which the other Zenoas don't, the other Zenoa clones don't. Yeah, so I'm just having a look at the other Zenoas. Everything feels pretty good. it was quite easy to start from completely dry. So we had a completely dry circuit and fuel circuit, and we got it going in not too long, not too many pulls. It does have that easy start feature, which and it is easy to start. Yeah, no doubt about it. You're not fighting compression. Again, is there $100, $180 value here? I would say yes. Just looking outwardly, just this 2-point pivot, that increases things a lot. The fact that it's got a cartridge filter. One odd thing is that like none of the, I have to get that dog on there sooner or later. One of the odd things about these Perla Barb, or this Perla Barb, is that none of the stickers fit the slots where the stickers go. I mean, like, where's an example? So that one actually does fit, but that one doesn't. The corners aren't, the radius isn't big enough for the sticker to be in the corners. That's a bit weird. Yeah, bit sort of amateurish, and the stickers have just been slapped on very, very quickly, and they're not even in the right position. Yeah, does that mean anything? No. Again, they recommend use 2-stroke multi-mix fuel 25-1. Don't. 25-1, man. You know what? 25-1 may be for poor people who use old engine oil to mix their 2-stroke. Don't do that. Use good 2-stroke oil. As I've said before, I use Husqvarna LS Plus. Pardon me. It's a really good synthetic oil, and I've always had very good success with that. All of my 2-stroke equipment runs on 40-1 with using Husqvarna LS Plus, and I have never had an issue with with any of those engines. As I've said before, the issues that you will experience with the cheaper equipment, Chinese-made equipment, is failure of things like the carby. The carby will be a piece of crap, straight up, or the fuel lines. They won't last very long. Just things like that, like switching stuff, wiring. You know, it might be a little bit shit, but I do like this 2-point pivoting brake handle. That's very nice. So I do like this saw. I don't like the fact that I didn't get a bar and a chain with it for $180, whereas for $100 I did get a bar and a chain for the MTN. So yeah, I don't know, maybe they think very highly of this thing. One thing I have to say is that the fit and the finish are pretty good, you know. So there is an oiler adjuster down. The oiler adjuster is different on this one. It's nothing there, I think. It's got to be, yeah. So one thing it doesn't do, it doesn't tell you which way is more and which way is less. But that doesn't matter. So what's this say? Not a whole lot. Just some serial number or something, I don't know. What does that say? Tights. Yeah, something. Oh, okay. That tells you which way to. Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's. I don't know what. There's an adjuster. There's an adjuster there. I don't know what that is. I really don't. I don't think it's an adjuster at all. I don't know what that is. The oil adjuster is actually there. So, in which way is? I always like to have my oiling maximum. So we'll see if we'll see where it's set at. So that maximum's that way. Okay. There wasn't much more adjustment there. I just adjusted it to maximum. although as you saw it was oiling okay. But I have to say that this chainsaw looks good. The fit and the finish, there's still a little bit of flashing here and there where the moulding occurred and whatever, but nowhere where you cut yourself like on some saws. Yeah, I have to say that this looks like a pretty good chainsaw. Yeah, I have to say. Would I recommend it? Again, here we go, the recommendation. Yes, I would. I would recommend this. Obviously, again, haven't put it in the wood, but it looks good. It's easy to start, and yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it other than the fact that you don't get a bar and a chain. So I'd be interested to see if they do have ones with bar and chain, what that would cost, how much extra. Probably about 30 bucks, I'd say, 40 bucks, something like that. But so if you are looking to buy one of these from Jono and Jono, you're going to have to order the bar and chain separately, at least this one anyway. Like I said, I don't know if there's deals with a bar and a chain as well. Now, one thing I don't like is this flashy gloss black top. All right, top cover and filter cover. Having had a gloss black car, it's not a good idea. Okay, every little bit of shit shows up. Every scratch, every blemish, everything shows up on it. So yeah, I mean, who gives a shit? It's a chainsaw, right? But just let me know. Perla Barb, Jono and Jono, just tell them to stop making this black crap. All right, just make the whole thing this red. It's a sort of I call it a tangerine, I suppose. Yeah, it's like, it's not red, it's not orange, it's tangerine, I would say. But everything feels really good. It's got a 2-point pivot brake handle, so your brake handle isn't going to bust off that easily. It's got the easy start. The oil cap is easy to do and undo. The cutout is not too small. Look at this. So these people are smart. That they haven't created a box where you've got bugger all room to put your fingers. They've actually, the cutout goes all the way, which is what I would recommend for every chainsaw maker to do. The chain adjuster is a bit stiff, no doubt. I won't do it until after the shootout, but once the shootout's over, the ones that I'm going to decide to keep, and this will probably be one of them, I think, I'm going to fix the chain adjusters, meaning I'm going to take all the roughness out of them, probably take a tap and die, and yeah, or just a die, and work over the threads, and because they didn't, none of the threads on these chain adjusters look like they came lubed, which is, yeah, a bit crap. They need to have some grease on them. So I'll stop my yabbering. Would I recommend this at just you know, desktop, starting it for the first time? Yes, I would. I would recommend it. Would I recommend it over the MTM? If you want to spend the extra money, yes. If you want to keep your budget down on absolute minimum, no. I think the MTM is better value. It's just a cheaper saw, you know. And if you're, like I said, if you're only going to use it once, or you know, once a year when you're pruning a few trees that you've got, or you just want to chop one tree down, then I think the MTM is better value. I think it would appear to be a slightly sturdier saw. The handle is much of a much, and still held on with Phillips head screws at both points. But yeah, I like this saw so far. It feels smooth. It had quite a low note compared to the MTM. So again, yes, I'd recommend this for 180 bucks from Jono and Jono. There you go, another free plug, Jono and Jono. Send me a bar and a chain for it. You know, there you go. You can pay me back like that. Yeah, so until the next saw, see you later.